Hi everyone, I hope we're doing great. Hopefully there is not so much echo because I am in a massive hangar right now. As you can tell, I am not in my workshop. I am currently in Atlanta at Tyler Berry's private RC hangar. I know Tyler for a while now. He is a pilot. He's not just a pilot, he is an RC pilot, and I think he's been flying model airplanes for over 20 years. The reason I'm here is because of his new movie. He's making a new movie called 6888, and I am here to build something for that movie. And that's as far as I can talk about that because obviously I don't want to spoil it. But luckily we have some side projects. Most of them are just doing some repairs on his existing models. And we are also going to be building a massive Cessna Citation. That's the exact one I've built 2 years ago. And this one is going to be double the size, which means going to be almost a 5 meters wingspan. And we are going to be using the exact same methods. This means we are printing molds for this massive thing. And so I thought I'll make a short video for you guys and bring you along with me, show you some of his airplanes and show you what I'm working on. Unfortunately, Tyler is very busy, so he's not here at the moment, but hopefully we might catch him later here, maybe catch him on the runway flying a plane or something, and maybe show you some of his amazing landings. He's really good. Anyways, let me show you around. So we start with the obvious. I'm sure you guys noticed this in the background. That's the A380. She found a new home, not hanging on walls. She had 100 flights already and still sending route. And he's got this massive Hawk. This thing is amazing. It has a turbine and he's been trying to convert this to electric, but so far there is no EDF that can fly this thing, so it will be sitting here for now. This here is the 747-400 Virgin Atlantic. This airplane is, I'm sure you guys seen it fly. It's a very famous plane. And this thing used to be running on turbines. And what we're doing right now is we are converting it to electric. I am installing EDFs on that. These are the 150 millimeters EDFs, the DS130 HST from Shubla, of course. And I'm putting thrust tubes and the intake as well. These intake and thrust tube are 3D printed out of carbon fiber filament. This stuff is really good. We are converting it to electric retracts as well because it had those air retracts. So we are converting everything to Electron, plus every other plane in here is going to be Electron, and jetty as well. We're putting jetty systems in each plane. And of course inside is a mess for now, but we're gonna sort all that, and I want to make a beautiful carbon board in here with the Central Box 400, Cortex Pro gyro, and all this new and cool stuff. And hopefully we will have this ready maybe in a week. Hopefully we can show you the maiden flight of this one. And this one right here is the Falcon 8X. Such a beauty. Also working on putting EDFs and electric and all that stuff, cutting big hatches and all that. And this right here, you guys recognize this one. I built this one as well. This is the Citation M2. She is still also in a good shape, flies great. And those are the molds for the Citation that we printed. Everything here is 3D printed. The molds are ready. We just wax them and maybe cast them. This thing is 4 meters long. It's massive. And this is the printer that we're using. I think it prints 1 cubic meter build volume, which is amazing. And now I'm printing some thrust tubes for the Falcon. This is carbon fiber filament, really cool stuff. So now I'm gonna continue working on this. Me and my friend Will, he's been helping me around in here, and I'm gonna keep the camera rolling as much as I can, and I hope you guys enjoy it. All right. Alright, it's back together, and I did not really film so much of the installation of this stuff. I was really busy and focused at it. The ADFs are installed and they look amazing. The ESCs are installed here. These are 400 amps ESCs, and I cut 2 openings for them for some air to go in. I also installed an airspeed sensor in here so we can hear the speed. And here's from inside. Everything is done right, I would say. All this carbon fiber. This is just 3mm wood and I cast a layer of carbon fiber on it. This is the Central Box 400 Cortex Pro gyro, 2 electron controllers, and we have some telemetry like GPS and speed sensor and all that stuff. So now we will take it outside, drive it a bit on Tyler's private runway in his backyard. First of all, we want to try those ADFs at full power, and the most important thing, we want to check the brakes and hopefully they are good enough. Oh yes.
It is 10 times as quick as it was.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's plenty, that's plenty. Brakes on?
That's all. That's all the brakes. That's all of it.
And no.
Yeah, I had it all the way up and it wouldn't stop it. So. Oh no.
No smoke in the brakes. Yeah, we need more brakes on it for sure.
More brakes.
Yeah.
Airspeed alive though.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the brakes were not enough, so we will have to wait to upgrade all the wheels, and then we will be comfortable enough to fly it and, you know, be sure that it will stop before the end of the runway, because at the end of the runway there is a down drop on the grass, so we will damage something if we cross the runway. And unfortunately, there is no maiden flight in this video, but it will be in the next one for sure, plus flying some other planes as well. So it will be just a flying video with Tyler the next one. So stay tuned. So 1 week later, we have all the mains with brakes. 16 wheels, all have brakes. Now I think it's ready for the maiden. All right, it's time to do this. We will cast this side now and see how it goes. Look at this. This looks so good. I'm so happy with the results. I think we did a great job casting this. Me and Will, if I would do this alone, I wouldn't get this good results because, you know, racing with the epoxy and adding the fabrics, the layers of it, it's really hard to do it alone. And so we did a great job on this one. This is of course just one half, we've not cast the other side yet. And so if you look right there, these are 3D printed stuff for this one. So we start with this one. This is the engine nacelle. It's fully printed out of carbon fiber filament. I changed the whole design because usually I, print molds and cast this out of carbon fiber. But Tyler said, let's try to print the whole nacelle. It would be heavier than the traditional composite, but I think for the size of this plane, hopefully the extra weight won't be a problem. I'm not worried about the strength. This is really strong stuff. And of course, there will be wooden brackets. Also, I want to reinforce with carbon going inside, attached directly to this bracket in here, attached to the ADF. This is a thrust tube, super light, and see how thin. This is just 1 millimeter, and this stuff is really strong, really strong. And the ADF sits in here, and that's the intake. Look at this, it's beautiful. Of course, it needs some sanding in here, but this looks so good. Also, we are not just printing the nacelles, we are printing the wings. Yes, this is all based on the original design, but this time, of course, I made the inside part of it printable, and you can see here, these are the supports inside the skin, and this is as well just 1 millimeter thickness wall, which is also light. I wouldn't call it light if I want to compare it to composites. It's not light, it's around double the weight, but still the wings are going to be massive, so I don't think that the extra weight will be a problem. This is here for the landing gear, and I designed this bracket here for the Electronic R50's retracts to sit in here. This is around 15 millimeters thick. It's really strong. Like, this material is really, I am so impressed with this material, the carbon fiber filament. Maybe we need to enforce this just maybe top and bottom with some wood, just to attach the retract to it. And of course, there's a small step in here for the second bar to stick on it. And we will of course add those carbon fiber tubes. They will go all the way across the wing, and there are 3 of them. So unfortunately, I am leaving soon, and this means of course we cannot finish this project in 2 weeks. And that means they will continue printing these parts. The only composite part is going to be just the fuselage, and the rest is going to be 3D printed. And this means they will continue printing these parts. Maybe they can assemble the wings because I made everything simple, just clicks together. The nacelles as well, but we'll see what they can do alone. And I will be back in here for sure. Maybe when we finish this project, when we fly it, hopefully we'll make a video about that. But unfortunately, I think you guys won't see so much of this project until it's finished. This is here another plane we've been working on. We cut the hatch just like the A380 as the usual. You know my style. I love carbon, so every board is carbon. Center box 320, Vortex Pro gyro. We love this stuff. This one had only 1 flap, and these planes struggle a bit on slowing down when approaching, and so we cut a second flap and added a servo, run the wire all the way there, and now we have full flaps on that, and this will definitely slow it down enough for a good touchdown. I will make sure to film the main flight of this one for you guys. Alright, I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a bit hard to put all this footage together for left and right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that. Stay tuned for the next one. It's gonna be also from here, but from outside we will be flying planes, hopefully me and Tyler, so maybe we get to see him in front of the camera for at least a minute, and you guys get to see some of his planes flying, and I will also fly something. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.